The International Players franchise continues here on State of the Franchise Gaming, and we've got opening day of 2024 right in front of us. A bit of a dreary, rainy day as we take on the St. Louis Cardinals. These are the projected leaders for our team: Arias in average, and Francisco Alvarez, pretty much everything else except for Mr. Elly De La Cruz in steals. Zach Thompson is going to be the starter on the mound for St. Louis. Elly De La Cruz coming off a very good season in his rookie year, 287, 17, and about 80 RBIs. Listen, if he gives us the same again, we will take it. And he starts off the season with a base hit into left field on the very first pitch he sees. He's a stolen base threat, being at first. Cooper DeMarcano batting number 2. I think the manager screwed up the lineup. He's not a number 2 hitter kind of guy. Ground ball to third is Nolan Arenado, which, to be honest, he kind of erased a lot of our potential hits in this game, playing his spectacular defense over his long career. You see the lineup: De La Cruz, Marcano, Arias, Alvarez, Mejia playing left field, Moncada, Bo Trailer, who we will find out about later on, Olivares, and Oscar Colas. And Arias, unfortunately, is going to ground it into the infield, but it will advance. De La Cruz, as he is a speedster, unfortunately, Alvarez is not going to be able to drive him home, despite being the projected run driver. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. Anyways, Luis Castillo is going to be our starter, not Shohei Ohtani. Unfortunately, we were unable to retain Ohtani's services. He is in San Diego on like an 8-year deal that, honestly, I paid the same amount of money, yet he didn't want to stay. Nonetheless, Castillo is going to give up the first hit to the leadoff batter, Brian De La Cruz. Now, just because we lost Ohtani doesn't mean we're not a projected playoff team. I think we're still pretty good, though we might need to make a little bit of some adjustments. Slider is going to get Nootbaar on the strikeout, that being his first of the season. Runner still at first. Paul Goldschmidt is going to strike out on the circle change. And you know what? I forgot Castillo was very good with the circle change sinker combo. Nolan Gorman tied the MLB record for home runs by a second baseman last year. Unfortunately, he's going to keep this one on the ground, and he will end the first inning. Jump to inning number 2, top half, and Moncada is going to chop this one up the middle. Gorman cannot retrieve it on the dive. He'll give us a base runner with 1 away, as number 5 guy actually got out a little earlier. Here's Bo Trailer, Canadian-born. He kind of was just sitting in free agency last year, and yeah, signed him. Doesn't have much of he has no arm, not really much speed, but he is a solid bat against righties and lefties, and he is going to smash this one deep into left field. Bounces down on the wet grass and rolling all the way up against the wall, and that runner going to come all the way around from first. And the international team, which I should probably change their unis. Let me know if y'all want to see that. Gets his first major league hit and RBI and our first run on the board to start the season. Can Olivares continue tacking on more runs? As you see, he had not a terrible year. OPS is probably a little lower than you'd like to see. But, I mean, come on. It's like a second year of baseball. It's going to happen. 700 is not terrible. All right, Oscar Colas. Here it's a runner on first and second. No steal attempt from the man at first. And he's going to strike out on a cutter. He really should have left alone. Not a very good swing. Really poor vision in it. Oh, man, De La Cruz showing some of that sophomore slump. Let me stop. It's only the first inning. And here is Giancarlo Stanton, reigning AL MVP, but he got traded. I don't know how or why, but yeah, he got traded to the Cardinals, which is kind of crazy. And, he's going to strike out on the very first AB of the season for him. Third striker for Castillo, as you can see. Again, he tunnels 2 very good pitches that break pretty similarly. The sinker and the circle change, and is able to sit Stanton down after 3 pitches. Fly ball in the left field. Mejia is just not that great of a fielder out there. He's got an arm, and because we're facing a lefty, he's going to play in left field sometimes. Unfortunately, you can see he's got the arm strength, 93 arm strength apparently, as Mejia playing his 5th game in left field during a rainy day, probably not ideal for him. Fly ball into center field, and that will score a run. It is tied at 1 apiece. as the prognosticators say that the Cardinals should win their division this year. Not if we got something to say about it. We are the reigning divisional champs here. Back-to-back strikeouts is going to get us out of the second inning as Castillo is showing, honestly, the form he shows in real life in Seattle as Mercado lines it right to Arenado, and geez Louise, I'm telling you, he took away a decent amount of hits today. As you will later see, Arias is going to smack one deep in the left field, and a guy not known for his power is going to get his first home run of the season. Take a look at that one more time. Didn't jump off the bat very hard, but hey, 366 is the distance it needed in order to get out of here. Trailer and De La Cruz both cheering him on. And you know what? If we can get any amount of power from him, that is phenomenal in my opinion. Brian De La Cruz is going to show some of that bop himself deep in the center field, and it's going to get out of here about 8 rows up. He will tie the ball game yet again at 1 apiece. His first of the year. I'm sure the Cardinals fans are looking to see him do a bit more, and with the bat in his hand, and Moncada rips this one into left field. Going 2 for 2 thus far. We're going to need it from him as he is going to be a key cog in our offensive output. And it's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. It's unfortunate they both wiped off the board. Stanton's second plate appearance, and he's going to suffer the same fate, striking out as the slider dives just below the zone. Arenado, though, says, listen, that guy is going to be a Hall of Famer, but don't forget about me. He takes it deep to straightaway center. Look at that empty grass patch for his first long ball of the year. Man, he's been kind of back and forth through the first couple innings. I'm not liking this, but it's the Cardinals. The Cardinals are not a bad team by any means, at least not in this game. As Tyler O'Neill sends a circle change deep into center field. It might be back-to-back jacks, but it won't be. As Colas is able to retrieve it, and unfortunately, he's going to strike out in his first plate appearance in the 5th. Same pitch at about the same location, can't connect. As De La Cruz is going to get his second hit. This time up the middle in the infield. Has runner on first. Nootbaar chops at the Moncada. Moncada to De La Cruz. De La Cruz with a strong arm throw in the first. He's able to get him out. 5-6-3. Still down 1. Alvarez. Chopper to short. And I forget who the shortstop is, but it won't matter because their arm's not strong enough to throw out Alvarez. A guy not known for his speed. Let's take a look at the replay, and oh yeah, Alvarez hustled very hard to get that one, as Zach Thompson is going to be replaced by a new pitcher. Here is going to actually go to the bench as we replace here with Luis Gonzalez from Mexico, an individual I picked up in the Rule 5 draft, and he's going to chop a curveball to second. And, Gordon almost overthrew that. He's about 10 feet away. Moncada rips it right from him. Damn it. Arenado, and again, like I stated, Arenado continuing to show the spectacular defense he has his entire career. He's already hit a long ball too, and oh my goodness, he might have another one. This one deep to our bullpen. Oh my goodness, 4-2. He has doubled the lead. Back-to-back long balls and back-to-back ABs, and yeah, we're gonna call it a day for Castillo. I tend to forget that Castillo can give up the long ball a decent amount. Wander Suero is going to come in relief, and Tyler O'Neill smacks this one to left field. It was really an uppercut, and it just barely gets out, but it counts nonetheless. The Cardinals go up 5-2. Have a comeback in us. I mean, I'm assuming we have the bats. His both trailers already driven in a run. Maybe this rookie's got something to him. And slider hit back up the middle. That'll give us a leadoff base hit here in the 7th, as we've got about 9 outs to play with. Hopefully, we play pretty well. Soaking in some of the atmosphere as Olivares is going to pop this one up in the foul territory. Can Goldie get to it, and he shows he still has enough speed to get out there despite the real estate out there. Colas kind of jammed on a 12-6 curveball, which honestly is really not that surprising. He's had trouble with the high inside pitch, but he makes the most of it here. De La Cruz, ground ball to first. Goldie goes to second, back to first. You're not getting him. And you kind of got to rush that throw, which affects the accuracy, and both runners are safe. Jacupiter Makano hits this one deep to left field. Come on, tie it up, and yeah, not going to happen. Damn. All right. Ryan Helsley comes out of the bullpen, 50 saves in 53 attempts last season, 65 games, appearances really, and a 1.83 ERA as we jump to the ninth inning. Moncada, one of our better hitters today, 2 for 3. Unfortunately, ground ball to first, throwing it back to Helsley, covering that same base. And unfortunately, he wiped off the base paths. Bo Trailer, also 2 for 3, swing and miss. Oh my goodness, had a 12-6 curveball. Time for him to sit down on the bench. That'll be out number 2, so we're kind of running out of opportunities. Come on. Really? This curveball's not even that great. Oh, go to second, The ball rolls all the way to the ball boy. Go to third. No, okay, maybe not. Okay. I know I'm calling for a miracle, but it's a little ridiculous. But hey, you never know. Crazier things have happened. Tying runners on the on-deck circle. That is Ellie De La Cruz, Oscar Colas. We just need him to get on again, man. 1 for 3 today. First pitch in. High pitch. What else is new? He's just not connecting. Maybe he's not seeing it very well. We just need you to get on. I'm not even asking for you to drive the run in. Just get on and let De La Cruz handle it. And come on. The slider right down the middle is unfortunately going to be a fly out. Into center field, and the Cardinals can take it. 3-run victory, 5-2. As Nolan Arenado, rightfully so, named the player of the game. 2 home runs. As check out the next episode, we will be taking on the Miami Marlins and the Pittsburgh Pirates.